Terry couldn't be here, but we'll start off with pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes, what? Is there any additions or corrections for the minutes for September 10th, 2020?
Here they are. Okay.
Is there a motion on the table?
I'll make a motion to pass the minutes for September.
I'll second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Is there any additions or corrections for the town council meeting for September 24th, 2024?
That's just a budget adoption.
I make a motion that we pass the minutes on September 24th.
Yeah. I second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Any old business that you would like to bring up, everyone? Moving on to new business, Robert Firestone of the Redevelopment Commission. I think you had some questions for Alex too, right? So
yeah, and I'm going to give it to you, Alex, just for legality purposes of the three line items we have. Before we have our meeting with the other two entities that we're looking for help from, we do have just three line items. Line B, payments to eligible entities for educational training purposes, school corporation. We have earmarked $10,000 for that. Capital C expenditures contemplated by the Economic Development Plan for redevelopment plan is $15,000 would be your facade grants and such to improvements to real estate. Line F is expenditures related to capital and operating expenses for emergency services. We have earmarked $25,000 of that. And a total through A through O of $50,000.
and that hasn't been passed. Those are just a budget that, correct?
That's our budget. We have already passed the $50,000, the earmarks.
Yeah.
Pending the legal review of them, we'll finalize those. If those aren't, those will just go back into our general fund. We'll have to amend the budget.
I guess, what question are you asking me exactly about?
For what we're going to be doing if we're able to do that. So we have line items here, but as far as I want to make sure that we are in the clear of everything we're doing. So for instance, the program that they're contemplating us helping is the Career Center that our Triton Trojan scholars go to in Plymouth for the skills. So that's going to be the automotive, the welding, the nursing, the fire, all the other life skills and trades that they go to. The other would be line F for the emergency services. We are nearing the life end of air bottles, masks, and packs for the fire department. That's $130,000 to replace all that. There's really no money for that. That directly involves or directly impacts the business, our TIF districts, being able to safeguard those properties. So we are looking to spend or invest in that as well.
Okay. Let me look into it and I can get back with you.
Absolutely.
When do you need that answer by?
Your leisure, sir.
It does have to be uploaded into the Department of Local Government Finance by the beginning of December. So,
Okay. Well, I'll be sure to get back with you well before.
And I'll give you my email address and tell them.
Sounds good.
I actually want it by the November 21st. So
So before the next town council meeting. Is that what we're saying?
I just have to have it uploaded by November 21st. So they have to get their ducks all in a row and stuff by then.
There is a scheduled meeting for the next meeting, the 1st of November, correct?
13th. That is going to be for the fire department and the school board, not school board, I'm sorry, the superintendent to come and make a presentation of the desired
Outcomes.
required needs.
So it's like the next
Before we
meeting,
have the meeting, I want to have the legalities of it down.
the next town council meeting is the 12th, so it's all ironed out by then. It should suffice. Okay, we'll do that.
Anything else, Rob?
No, sir.
Thank you for everything that you've done. I'm moving on to reports from department heads. Kimber, clerk treasurer.
Approval of claims 6816 to 6884, $391,708.27.
I'll make a motion to approve claim 6816.
I second that. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
I have approval of pay application number 17 to Crosby Construction for $68,102.65.
Make a motion to approve pay app number 17 to Crosby Construction.
I second that. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye, sorry.
I have an amendment number 6 from Wessler Engineering. That is for the SCADA systems that is in the new water plant. That was something that was kind of added, and it gives them the ability to see the controls, make changes needed that can be changed by their phone and everything. So that amendment number 6 is for $34,000.
So this is so that the operators can make the changes by their phone, not us or.
Yes, no, that is for our personal operators to be able to see how it's running, how the pumps are. If there's a error, it's going to send it to them. And then a lot of times there's adjustments that they can make through their own app. If not, of course, they have to come in.
I'm assuming that's recorded and they would change the thing.
I would assume that it is. I mean, it's a very unique system, that's for sure.
I'll make a motion to pass or approve Wessler Amendment number 6.
I second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So our current community crossings grant, which we did the microsurfacing, I don't know, maybe Roger, you want to explain that whole fiasco?
They're not going to do the crack filling that they wanted, that they thought they could do it through the grant. So that's not going to happen. So we have to make an amendment to the change order.
And what was the reason for that?
Contractor wasn't comfortable with it. So.
Sounds to me like they tried to make it a change that they weren't technically legally able to do on the grant process.
And we questioned that. We questioned that from the get-go because they're so stringent on having it how you have it written out. And our engineering firm was like, no, that's not going to be no problem. If you guys remember, you approved it last time.
Right.
And then after they contacted the contractor and he wasn't comfortable with it. So, of course, now we're going to be sending money back to the state for it because now there's an underrun. But
so that's pretty much it.
So you just want to make a motion
to approve this amendment. Like I said, we're going to end up sending $20-some thousand back for that.
that really going to affect the outcome of anything?
No, it should zero everything out if we send the money back.
Yeah, we have, I mean, we have to.
It was just extra.
No, it's just, was gonna be extra work. It's not
No,
gonna
no,
happen
no.
again. That's pretty much as sums it up.
Make a motion to approve the amendment 1 to the community crossing grant to, I guess, send our grant money back.
Well, it goes back in the fund and I get it back. And I mean, it goes through next year too, so it goes back in the main fund and then we can.
It goes back to the state,
It's,
so
it's not actually.
if we
lost
would
money,
apply
it's-
again,
I second that, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
and I guess the last thing I have is the funding for the Marshall County Economic Development Corporation. Do you have a recommendation for that?
And that's just for this year, right? 2024?
Yes,
Okay.
because we have not.
I'm gonna sit, I wanna hear your opinion of it because I'm sitting on that board.
Well, I don't think originally we've gotten the contractual interest that were signed. I don't think he came to any meetings, presented the quarterly reports as indicated. I think we maybe just pay a quarterly payment for the 3 months.
So the $2,500, you're making the recommendation of paying $2,500?
You making a motion?
I'll make that as a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 I do need you to sign though this letter too, Les. This is our closeout for the grant, the Community Crossings grant. So that shows what we have to send back to them, which is $20,900 and some dollars that we will have to repay them.
Chief Martin?
I have my monthly report.
Anything else?
Squad's back? Yes. Everything's good in life again?
All the equipment's up to date and working?
Yes. You guys get your tasers ever?
We have them in, they scheduled training for the first of November, the first week in November. And then, I second.
I'll do it. Once.
Anything else, Bill? Roger?
Yeah, the activity reports. The second thing we have going while you're looking at the activity reports is the town gate at the dump, the town property, when we dump our waste, yard waste and brush that. Have we decided on times, or do you want to know what I think? Or,
Yeah, I want your opinion.
I think that, and I had this conversation with Bill, I think from 8 to noon on Saturdays and leaving times otherwise, if he's okay with unlocking and locking it. Now, we also have to take into consideration that if he's on a run or he's busy, he can't open it at 8 o'clock too, so we have to keep that in mind. So, I mean, that'd be my recommendation. It's what we had in the past, but.
Have we locked up that second batch of
Yes,
gates?
we have.
What time, you come out earlier now than 8, right? Yeah. Do you have any issues opening it when you come on duty then until noon?
Before we did it later, so people didn't have to rush around.
Yeah, there was somebody dumping. I mean, it doesn't matter, but there was somebody dumping late Saturday afternoon. But that's just what it is.
If they make contact with you and set up arrangements, you won't have any issues with closing, is that right? Or have somebody from repeating closing?
Yeah, if we're on a call, it's gonna be later,
Yeah, I understand.
but, I don't even have any problem with Sunday.
Do you want to set up, how to word it, to get the Kim to put it on our Facebook?
Yeah, we can do that. We've been kind of talking about it anyway, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait till this was all done and through, so.
So you just want to set the basis of what's already set during the week
Yeah,
and then add 8 to noon on Saturdays?
yeah, and then the other one, do the other day, that's can be negotiated, talked about next spring or whatever, if that has to come. For like the next, the 2 days or whatever. I don't think 2 days would be necessary, but
Upon request,
possibly, but you
Yeah.
still have to go through the police department, and,
I
that's,
said, I would like to see it at PD's discretion.
yeah, on the other day, but they don't need to be other than in the mornings on Saturday, pretty much all they need to do.
You good with that? You're good with that?
Yeah, thank you, Bill.
All right, I make a motion to, leave the town, brick dump open normal business hours as on the sign and 8 to 12 on Saturdays.
I second that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The concrete,
Okay, the triangle with the flagpole, I got an estimate on that. Caleb has a picture and the estimate that I have. That's,
$2,500.
yes, Hensley Concrete.
What would this come out of?
Building maintenance from the EMS garage.
So out of that,
Hmm?
out of that big budget, or out of that budget that's there?
Yeah.
We took a generator out of.
There's probably not money left in there after that generator, but that's what it's probably.
Hensley, is that
That's the only one I got. So, if you want another one, I can get more, it's up to you.
I'm kind of on the
There's,
fence.
yeah,
I'm-
there's money in there, but
I'm
it's
kind of
gonna
on,
take it off.
I'm kind of on the fence with it this year because
Okay.
we're gonna go through, we're getting into, everything's down.
Right, we're,
Budgets will change or for next year, and if we got a sidewalk or something, we might be able to get a better deal. Kind of how I feel about it.
well, sidewalk would come out with a different fund though, right?
But what I'm saying, if
He's
they're
saying if they're pouring
sidewalk, they're already in
someplace
town.
else, yeah,
It's not,
they're not making a special trip to
Yeah.
town to do it.
yeah, that would be pretty much like a short load. No bigger than it is.
and you're paying for the full load for it,
Pretty much, yes, that's,
paying the minimum, whatever that is.
4 yards minimum or whatever.
Did he indicate it could be cheaper if we waited for him to come?
He didn't indicate that, but
That's
I'm
not
sure we can, if we wanna wait till spring or whenever we do the sidewalks next year, that would be fine also. I mean, we could probably get a little cheaper, I suppose, or we can just get somebody else to do it.
It's not just that, it's,
Hensley do good work.
they do
Oh, I
good.
know.
It's just getting to the end of the season and the complaint is the weeds.
Right.
I mean, that's the complaint, and we're running the end of the weed season. I think we probably spray it once or twice more this year and it's over.
Right.
Budgets will look better next year, if that's where we decide to spend the money next year, so be it. In my opinion, what do you think, Buzz?
It could go either way. I mean, you wait till next year and the prices could be higher and then when you get into the busy season, then you're waiting and paying for, to be on the list. So, I mean, it could go either way. But I don't think budgets will ever look any better.
Well, what's the maintenance budget next year for the EMS?
Probably pretty close to what it is this year.
Minus, without the generator.
So, yeah, I can wait. I mean, it doesn't matter.
The other thing I have, I'm gonna start picking up leaves next Wednesday. And go till the day before Thanksgiving, at this point in time. Which would be the October 16th next week.
Roger, what, back to this real quick, so we really didn't vote on it one way or the other. How do you feel about it?
It could wait. I mean, we waited this long on it. We could wait. There's probably some extra work we have to do there. There's a piece of like concrete foundation in there too. That's some of the extra work that's gotta be done. We don't know how deep that is. or what anywhere near that, what's there until you locate it. So
Was that you guys doing the work of digging it out or no?
we'll be there to help. Most of the time we're there with that, I'm there with the stuff like that, so.
So do you think it's more efficient for us to wait, or you
I think it'd be more efficient for us to wait right at this point in time. I mean, it's just a small job.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take
You know,
more and load than we are.
You know, if we could catch him somewhere with what he's doing, 4 or 5, 10 yards or whatever, we might could throw that in there and say, hey, we'll give us a better price this time. So, I think,
I think we make a motion to table it to next year.
Just say table.
that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger, for everything.
Thank you.
Susie?
The plan committee is going to begin going through the rest of the ordinance book and cleaning it up, like they did on chapter 3, with the belief that it'll go over. And we have a public hearing on Monday for the property at 407 Wisconsin Street. Oh, and Alex has sent a letter to Maria Silvas, and she did call me and let me know that she'll have the fence brought to ordinance before the end of this year, probably November.
What do we do with that? Did you just send them a letter?
So the letter said to bring up in compliance within 30 days, but again, I don't have to do anything further unless you guys want me to move forward with it. I had to look at what the date was of when I sent it out. I know it's been a number of weeks now, so she's probably getting close to 30 days right now.
Well, she indicated she's gonna do it, I'd say give her time
She
to.
did. She
take
called
care of
me
it.
and said that they had worked on other things that were more necessary, like the roof and things like that, and that she was working on the landscaping was in the fence, and she wanted it to look nice before they took the fence down and fixed it. So she told me that they should start working on it probably in November. That was her goal.
Thank you.
Chad Stepp, are you?
I'm Chad. Chad, the department had 17 calls, 4 accidents, 3 structure fires, 2 gas leaks, 2 car fires, 4 motor fixes, and 2 signal 9s. I do want to give them a shout out for their open house that they had here the beginning of September. They had a big community outpouring that was there that day, so they were very thrilled with that aspect of it also.
Awesome. Anything else with him?
Nope, that was all that he talked about.
Alex Hoover,
I don't have anything new to report tonight.
anything new with the citations?
Yeah, so I think you'd email me about that. So there are like 7 or 8 of those that were set in September when I was gone.
Yeah.
So we had to move those forward a little bit on the calendar. They're all set for November 4th now. So we have probably like 7 or 8 of those set in the Superior Court 2 on the 4th of November.
Have we had any court payments for our ordinance bureau, violation bureau?
No. Were you asking Bill or were you asking me? No.
There was one of them did actually call in to ask about making a payment. I think it said Joy Howard did contact us to make a payment, so she might get taken care of for them.
And just for the record, congratulate Alex has got a new addition to his family.
Thank you very much.
So
Appreciate that.
congratulations. May the many headaches start.
All right, now there's more.
Now 2 girls.
Yeah.
Any patron comments? So first I want to say you guys are here for Triton. Thank you guys for coming. It's important you guys are participating and seeing government at its work. So, and did you guys bring your speech?
I did watch the video before.
No. So thank you. Any other patron comments or concerns?
I just have a couple questions. I know that you've sent letters to the lady down here on her fence. How many actual fences in the town of Bourbon are not compliant? Is 36 inches your,
48 height, you talking about 48?
yeah,
48
are
is the
there-
minimum, it's not the minimum, 6 foot is the maximum, I think that's how it reads.
so it can go 6 feet?
Just not in front.
So she's on a corner lot and it goes
Right.
around the, and there's setbacks for the corner lots because of being able to see around that stuff, and there's setbacks of being able to have a fence in the front of your yard.
Okay, so if the fence is set back, then it can be up to 6 feet.
Yeah, it has to be so, and it depends on whether it's a corner lot or it's an inside lot. There's differences. Biggest thing with corner lots is the reason why that is when you pull up to the stop sign, you have to be able to see around it. And if
Okay.
it's too far forward on the property line, then you can't see past
Well, my question on that is because we're wanting new people to move to Bourbon. So you get somebody new move to Bourbon, first thing you do is send them a letter and tell them, welcome, but your fence is too high.
it.
So it just doesn't seem like,
Unfortunately, the
No.
fence was never, that fence should have never went in that way, and nobody
Right.
enforced it, so the property changed hands.
and the realtor wasn't aware of the law evidently when she sold it or he sold it. Yeah.
So we're just trying to get it taken care of before it gets too far.
That's all I'm saying is,
It was a nice.
it's not a very good welcome.
It's just a line of sight. It's a line of sight issue, and it's been a traffic hazard there for a long time.
My other thing is back here behind the standard, I don't know if NIPSCO cut that pavement out.
Probably.
And I know we tried to fill it in a couple of times with gravel, but the hole's just getting deeper and deeper. And I didn't know if there's something with winter coming, possibly that can fill that in so it stays. If there's leftover asphalt or something you could just dump in there.
So do we fill it and send them a bill? That's the next question. It's their mess.
You can fill it and send them a bill, and we're never gonna get paid for it.
Yeah, but, okay, so if they break something, the bars, when they dig, we send them a bill. And they
It's the same thing though, where they've cut out of road patches.
They have
there's
fixed some of
Some
those.
of them, yeah.
Yeah, we'll look at
Or see if they'll do
Do
it.
we have a contact for NIPSCO with
it. I don't anymore. All the ones I had are retired now, so
I'm assuming that was a gas line repair?
it pretty much had to be. It was in the alley, because I don't think the electric's
Yeah,
underground.
because it's the same way clear down to the
How
south
much-
part of it.
How much
It is.
would it take? Just a bucket load?
Well, it depends on, you know,
I got a patch.
how you're gonna patch it, and you're gonna have the tractor bucket there. and
I
push
think you've
them in.
already put gravel in,
We put
right?
gravel
couple
in a couple
times.
times. So I
Yeah,
guess what you're looking at is $300 to $500 to patch it. I mean, there, you know, you get a contractor like E&B or Niblock or somebody like that, now you're looking at $1,000, $1,500 for them to come in and patch it, just that patch. So again, you know, we'll fix it. It's just, you gotta remember that, you know, they ain't been back to fix it. There's several of those. They did some
I mean, how
contract.
long ago did that get done?
It's probably early spring,
probably.
middle spring,
Probably
somewhere along
before
in there.
that.
You gotta remember, they subcontracted a lot of that out too. I'm sure it was in their bid to patch it back, but, you know, little stuff like that, it gets overlooked.
That's something that you could read it, send an email out just to see if you get a reaction.
Where do I send it?
I'm sure there's a contact.
Yeah.
You could call the main office.
But yeah,
Okay.
you haven't get anybody. Unless the town has a contact.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, all the ones I know retired, so. Cause I know it's gotta go through their department of work order and everything, just about like the state highway. But yeah, we
It's the
can-
same thing with the tree issues we
Oh, I
had
know.
with them. They
I know.
won't take them either, so.
So we'll look at it. I'll
Would you
get
add it?
to it.
Would one of our reserves have a contact?
I can
Possibly.
Who would you call if there was a fire and it has to be shut off?
They have.
We have an emergency number that we call.
That's-
Would that get us
Yeah, that's,
call center?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is an emergency.
Roger,
We do have them,
Bill may
yeah.
have a contact that might have some information.
Okay,
We have a bigger truck that goes through with the ice cream. I mean, I know Roger's tried to fix it numerous times, and there's just enough traffic through there that it just digs it right back out. So,
I don't know how they get out at the south end anymore.
Do you remember the semi that backed in off the Center Street thing behind the hardware store? 53-foot trailer.
Yeah. That is so narrow down there now, that
are you talking where the trash cans are sitting?
trash cans and that big concrete.
It's fun to plow snow through there too.
Yeah,
I won't go that way.
I know I got the trash cans moved because they were parked, they were putting them clear across.
They put them clear across on trash day. You can't get through there. Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I don't.
Council member comments.
As of right now,
Just appreciate everyone coming and staying involved, being involved. Appreciate, everyone. A motion to adjourn.
make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second that.